Now in its 10th year, this is GabNet. Talk like you've never heard it before.
Yeah, live from Harlem in New York City. Happy New Year, everybody. This is the Ramble with Alex. And we're going to play an old Lori Thompson here, the first one we ever did with her. Ladies and gentlemen, sitting there, when's the last time I saw you, Lori Thompson?
It was when I came to visit you and your lovely spouse and brought my fiance to New York. And that would have been at least a year ago.
Okay.
I think more like 2.
Yeah. Now, and we have kept in touch over the years, but this is a woman that I woke up with every morning. Well, almost woke up with. I actually got in the car and was hardly awake by the time I got to the studio. And we did a morning show for, we estimate, over a period of about 10 years, maybe.
Yeah, I think if you added it up, there was like I say, the contract negotiation.
It wasn't a contract negotiation. They actually fired me.
Well, they did.
And I went to Florida, which I will never forgive them for, okay?
I claim no responsibility.
Wait a minute. You're living in Florida now, aren't you?
Right. But we live in the Panhandle.
Oh, okay.
Away from madness.
Otherwise, I would feel very sorry for you. And then they begged me. They didn't beg me. We begged each other for me to come back. So
yes, because they had hired a shock jock, thinking that would, and it was a modern rock format. And I loved our general manager, by the way. Yeah. But it was just such a non-fit. You know, he was of a different mentality than our demographic.
But Ed Kraft was still the general manager when I left, wasn't he?
I think so.
Yeah. And then when I came back, there was a different general manager, and he said he just wanted to put the team back together again. That was his whole thing. Yeah. So
it was miserable when you were gone.
It was miserable for me while I was gone. I was in Florida. I was in Miami. That's the meanest city in America.
Yeah, because whenever we travel through there, I go, Alec, I look for billboards and try to remember what station. I knew a guy named Neil Rogers was on your station.
Yeah, he died a couple of years ago.
You saved him from a stroke, didn't you?
Well, no, here's what happened. Neil Rogers was the most popular talk show host in Miami, okay? He was gigantic, okay? And so I come into this station with this gigantic host, okay? And one morning he comes in and he says, I don't know what happened to me last night. He said, but I was up all night and he described all these things were happening. And I said, I would immediately go to a doctor. I think you had a heart attack. And he went to his doctor, and I was right. He had a heart attack. Right?
See, you saved his life.
I saved his life. Only to have him live long enough to make my life a living hell at that radio station.
I remember that. I remember
to where I finally, he just made my life miserable. But I saved his life.
I know. You think that would be ever present in his mind.
Yeah. Well, later on, many years later, he died, maybe of another heart attack or something. But and when everybody went, did you hear Neil Rogers is dead? I said, it's about time. He was the meanest.
Stucco coming off the ceiling.
He was the biggest asshole I've ever worked with in my life.
Yeah, I try to get along with people very urgently. I'll try to work with people, but there are some people who just take a dislike, I think, or a threat. Maybe he was threatened by it. Yeah. And they take that initial.
What can you be threatened by me? He was the top talk show host in Miami.
But you were a hot shot. You'd done New York. You'd been a big wheel in San Francisco.
Well, but I didn't walk in pretending like I suddenly was cock of the walk or anything. I walked in very humbly. It was very nice to him all the time. Always said Neil this and Neil that and hey, hi, how are you? And all of that. And one day he's put me down on the air. He's just
See,
going
that's the
after
hard
me,
one.
making my life a living hell.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it has something to do with that person. When someone has an attitude against you and you barely even have, had any
It's like
bodily
two women
experience.
showing up at the same party wearing the same dress.
Yeah,
Okay? Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
uncomfortable no matter how you slice
Exactly.
it.
Exactly. So anyway, I woke up with this woman. She was we had such a close relationship that everybody thought we had a relationship going ourselves. Remember that?
Oh, which one? Give me a hint.
No, no,
Was
but no,
this?
no, what I'm
Oh,
saying is,
me.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, you. They
yeah,
thought that we
yeah.
were having some kind of relationship,
Uh-huh.
which I would never, ever in a million years think of. Only not because you aren't attractive, and not because you wouldn't be my type or anything like that, but because you worked with me, and I valued
Exactly.
that more than any kind of carnal needs that I might have.
Right,
All right.
exactly. That is one of my strong commitments. I don't mess with people I work with or
Yeah,
married guys.
yeah, you
Yeah.
do, yeah, but you just don't.
Yeah.
It's just because at some point you're going to break up, and when you
Yeah.
break up,
Uh, it's like George and Tammy,
and I valued our relationship as two people on the air more
Yeah.
than anything else.
Well, there was an intimacy there that defied, romance. I mean, or it was a kind of, it was, it had elements of a romance, but it was based on
we,
on-air
we, we,
intimacy.
we had an intimate relationship, but on the air, everybody heard it.
Yeah.
Okay, uh,
We just had fun. I
I,
mean,
I'll, I always people say, "Well, did you ever sleep with her?" And I said, "Yes, once." Do
we,
you-
where was it? And
Spain, in Spain,
yes, yes, because guess where we're going in August?
Spain.
Ibiza, Ibiza.
I'm never going to go back there again. Have you seen it
Oh,
lately?
no.
Oh, it's like this tourist trap. It's
Oh
just,
man.
it's really
That
changed. It's really changed. Yeah.
that's what I loved about it. It was still kind of
No, when we
rustic.
went there, it was still rustic. I could
Yeah,
still take you to a beach, and it was almost empty. You know
yeah,
that
yeah.
kind of. But anyway,
Calvaport and
so
Pedro's.
so she and I, we decided what the hell we got a room together,
Yeah.
and we go in. It's a single bed, and we went, what the hell, and we spent the night sleeping together,
Yeah,
on
it was
a couple of
fun.
nights actually, and we
Yeah.
we didn't touch each other or anything else.
Yeah, well, it's kind of like when you go to a nude beach with
Yeah,
someone you know and have
yeah,
known since childhood. It's
yeah,
like, what do you do?
yeah, yeah, yeah. I
You
mean,
hike to
it,
opposite ends of the beach?
yeah, but I mean, the point
Yeah.
was that I mean, we just had this wonderful relationship where we could do something like that, and it didn't even occur to us to have sex or anything. Did we? We
No.
did a video though in which we pretended to.
Yeah, that was a fun video you did on Ibiza that
Yeah, I
I
don't
would
know
love
where
to
that
talk.
is now, but we were
Yeah.
just in bed, and I go, Lori, and it was just like we were going, oh well, we never do something like that. And the next thing we know, we're just all over each other.
Yeah, I loved it that you always did videos. And whenever we traveled,
Yeah,
and because we often stayed a little after, like a couple weeks after, a couple weeks before, and you always made really great videos.
oh,
It was,
I always took video constantly. I've done
yeah,
videos of all my vacations.
yeah. And Wendy O. Williams said you were the first guy that she knew that had a VCR. So you were
Yes.
always,
Well,
yeah,
because when Wendy Williams of the Plasmatics, now dead because she committed suicide, it had nothing to do with me, by the way, folks. She and Rod Swenson, her boyfriend, manager, longtime,
terrible.
the person her boyfriend for years. I don't think they ever got married. They came over, and I had a bootleg copy of Star Wars, which in those days was bootleg, and I showed them Star Wars, and she remembered that, as being
Mm-hmm.
because she had never
Yeah,
seen a video recorder before.
yeah. And I was blown away when she took her life because you never got that vibe from her. I didn't
I
think.
adored her. I just
Yeah,
adored her. She was a sweet, kind, very quiet person
Mhm.
until she got on stage with a chainsaw and tore apart a car and then blew it up. You know.
Yeah. Then there was a transition.
In
Yeah.
fact, I think they did it. They did that on the Letterman show, on the Late Show, when he was over at NBC. They actually blew up a car in the studio and didn't tell them they were going to blow it up.
Whoa,
Yeah.
shrapnel everywhere, even
Yeah.
in the cheap seats.
But anyway, yeah, she was a lovely person. I when she died, I felt. In fact, I spoke at her memorial.
You
Yeah,
did.
yeah.
That's
I was in New York or I flew into New York to do the memorial. Yeah,
uh-huh.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, we had so many, I mean, people that would stop by whenever they were in town.
yeah,
And that's what was fun about the show. I mean, people, every time I turn the television on, I see someone who was on the show,
yeah.
that were, yeah,
Do
it's just,
you know who died today? This is when we're recording
don't tell
this.
me. Not Harry Belafonte. That was earlier this week.
No, that was
Who?
Jerry Springer.
Oh, Springer, because he made a comment about my boobs.
Did he make a
Yeah.
comment about your boobs? What did he say?
Yeah, but it was off the air because I don't know, I think I had just had them done and I was like sporting them.
Yeah.
And he said, "Did someone turn the air conditioner on?" And looked down because apparently I had gotten perky as we stood there for a photo.
Oh, I see. Okay. And
Yeah.
this was a thing we did at my house, I believe. Or I don't know. That may have been another occasion, but we were doing one of my bedroom shows that I would do. We do a show live from my bedroom.
Yeah.
And yeah.
There were so many morning live shows that,
Yeah.
that
But we
people remember.
did this thing in my bedroom, and he did the show from my bedroom. And yeah, and I always liked Jerry. Whenever I did an interview with him, I liked him a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Completely unpretentious, not condescending. He
No.
wasn't full of himself
Very
at all.
smart, very political, by the way. Very political guy.
Yeah, well, he was mayor of, was it
Mayor of
Cleveland?
Cincinnati
Cincinnati.
for like 2 years, and then he had to quit or something on some kind of scandal.
Yeah, I think he wrote a check to a
Yeah.
prostitute.
But
And that
was that was it? Yes.
that was the bust.
I said, I think I said something like, "Didn't you learn the lesson to pay cash?" You know, I mean, it's.
Come on, Jer, grow up.
Yeah, you don't write
But
a check.
now you're going to have a chance to meet our governor. We might have a chance to meet our governor, Florida governor, up close and personal, Ron DeSantis.
Why?
He's going to run for president. It's very clear, but he's a mixed review here in Florida, and so and I've only lived here a year and a half. So, but
You've lived
anybody
there a
that
year and a half, and the big penalty is to have to meet Ron DeSantis?
No, that's it. You have to. It's something they invoke on you as you cross the state line.
Yeah.
Eventually,
oh my
you're going to have
God.
to do it. No, but I meant nationally. He's going to be. He's going to.
I don't know. I don't know if he's gonna. I don't know if he's gonna run. I think there's too much stuff against him now. You know.
I think he's got a skeleton that we don't know about yet.
The big thing is this suit by Disney. Disney's
I
suing
know.
him.
It is, I mean, in poetic terms, a pissing contest because they do something that ticks him off. He does something that ticks them off.
Yeah.
And it's kind of juvenile.
They tick each other off. Yeah.
Yeah.
So how are you going to meet him? Why are you going to meet him?
No, just because, well, I always wanted to cover a presidential election from like the announcement and the horse race to the presidency. And I had a chance to do that in Des Moines. I thought, where does it all happen? It happens first in Iowa. And so I got to go to the last Harkin Steak Fry, which was a blast.
Yes.
That was always on the.
I remember that because I went to Iowa. I go once or twice to the caucus and covered the caucus for the radio show and did the show from Iowa. And,
that's where it all starts.
And I think there was a steak fry thing.
Oh, isn't it what? And this one that I went to was iconically beautiful. It's in this big meadow, and the keynote speakers were Hillary and Bill Clinton. And Bill Clinton What a schemer. He was wearing a blue checked shirt and he looked pretty good at the time. And so he was scheming every single woman in the place. I mean, he just
Well,
had that.
here's what they said about him that I found always interesting was he tried to seduce anybody that was in his presence, whether it
Male or
was male or female.
Yeah, and I read an interesting article. I think Vanity Fair, but maybe elsewhere, that because of his mother, who was a party girl,
Yeah.
and so it explained that I think she was a single woman for much of the time, much of his youth, and how she was very social, and so it kind of rubbed off on him, and he saw how to charm, and so that stayed with him.
Yeah, well, I
And
mean, anybody I know who's met him said that he just tries to seduce anybody in his presence. Now, when I say seduce, I don't mean sex. I mean seduce, and
yeah,
that he was very good at it.
very,
People
yeah,
who
made you
hated
feel
him,
like.
people who hated him liked him in his presence.
Yeah,
I mean,
because he made you feel like you were the most important person in the world.
yeah,
And then he would move on to the
right.
next most important person in the world. But that was just such a fun day. It's like out of a Terrence Malick movie. It
Yeah.
was that beautiful. And and I had a gig where I had my own interview studio and it was a right leaning station,
Hmm.
but I could essentially cover anything I wanted and I could do an interview with anyone I wanted. So I could decide, Carly Fiorina was
Right.
running at the time, and I decided I'm gonna interview Carly Fiorina today and call her up and find. You taught me so much about radio in general, but interviews,
Yeah.
and I eventually made a breakthrough when I was talking about her being a mother. And it was, the unusual things, if you'll just let yourself think, outside their perimeters, you can get some really good conversations going with people. Like,
Well,
do you remember?
what happens when you're interviewing is you feel particularly good when you suddenly realize that you've just asked the best question you've ever asked anybody. Yeah.
Because do you remember when you interviewed Louis
Well,
Farrakhan?
I remember that as the best question I ever asked in an interview.
Did you ask him, if I recall,
Uh,
what makes you laugh?
yeah. Tell me something that made you laugh recently.
Yes. And he told the story of his grandchildren at a party with some peppers.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's
that
right.
was.
And
I think of that all the
he
time.
started laughing as he
Yes.
told the story. And everybody
Yeah.
in the studio went, "This isn't the Louis Farrakhan we've gotten to know. No, but
Yeah.
this is the Louis Farrakhan who exists." Okay?
Hmm.
And that's why I considered it the most important question I ever asked in an interview. Because
That was
I
amazing.
got an
It-
amazing response from him.
yeah,
Yeah.
you could just see it happening. You could
Yeah.
see him kind of melting through those defenses.
So we have actually traveled the world together. I mean, we were in
Yeah.
Albertville. We went to all the Olympics.
Yeah.
Let me bring up a story here. This is the one that
Okay.
scared the living daylights out of me. Do you remember the day I was arrested by the Coca-Cola police?
I do. Yes, I do. Because it was.
Hey, let's
were-
explain. Let's set this thing
Okay.
up. I think we're going to go to 2 interviews today on this. we're but
Because
what
we're just that
happened
sparkly.
what happened was we went to the Olympics in Albertville, and we flew there, and it's courtesy of Coca-Cola.
No, this was. If I could just. It was Lillehammer then because
Well,
it was cold.
Oh, that
Oh.
wasn't Albertville. You're right, Lillehammer. Gee, my mind. I'm sorry.
It's all right. It's in the
I'm
Olympics.
83 years old and an old man.
What do you
know.
expect of me?
What do you expect of me? Anyway, we were in Lillehammer, and we went there. And when we first got to the airport, our bags were the last bags to get off the plane. And it turned out that they thought we were like drug dealers or something. So they
Yeah.
take me into another room, and they strip search me.
Yeah.
And fine,
I know.
listen, I'm just here to do a damn radio show, from
Yeah,
the Olympics.
I didn't know if it was full cavity, but I knew the strip search.
But after that, I was not in a good mood. And now we're traveling to Lillehammer, and I guess it was that night you and I there was this woman who was there
Yeah.
They had us all room with people, and they had you room with this woman. I don't remember who she was.
Yeah, there were three of us in an apartment.
In an apartment, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know her real well. Yeah,
No.
but
But anyway, I went in there, and she was like really nasty or mean, or she did some kind of stuff. She was just kind of egging me on. Do you remember that? She was like,
she was definitely egging you on.
And I'm thinking, why is she doing this? She doesn't even know me, we found out later she was a little nuts. But anyway, what happened was I left the room. I was just sick of it, and I was mad at Lori because I felt Lori should have intervened and stopped her, and
Well, I was still getting dressed. I was still getting ready because I were going out to dinner.
Anyway, so you came out into the hallway, and I started yelling at you, right? And
was it at me or at her?
No,
yeah,
no, it's you. It's you. She wasn't out there. Okay.
Yeah.
So at one point, I am in yelling at you. I slapped my hands like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Or on the door or something.
Okay, and then you and I are calming down, and finally, as always, we're friends. We don't let these things last, and I was just in a horrible mood from this getting arrested at the airport and all of that.
Plus, you just broken up with your longtime.
Boy, you remember everything. Just wait till you get to be my age, you'll forget it all. Anyway, so we went to where was it? So anyway, so that was it, right? Mm-hmm. The next morning, I come into the Coca-Cola studios, and they say, "Well, you come downstairs with us," and they take me into the basement.
Right, waterboarded.
And they said, "We're keeping you here." It's like, this is the security people from Coca-Cola. And they said, "We hear last night that you hit Lori Thompson."
It was
I said, huh? What? I don't think I've ever hit a woman in my life.
Right. And then I did intervene. I said, wait a minute,
hold on a second. So they said, we're thinking of sending you back to California because we heard you hit Lori Thompson.
I was like,
I said, well, go ask Lori. She said, well, she hasn't come in yet. I said, well, ask her. And when you came in, they said, did Alex hit you last night? And you said, no. What?
No.
No. So now they come down, they start profusely apologizing to me.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, I'm completely terrorized. Right?
Yeah, you were.
Because I don't know about you folks, but you've never been arrested till you've been arrested by the Coca-Cola police.
That's right. They're tough.
Yeah, and I just, and I went, this is amazing, because the last thing I would ever do, and anybody could ever accuse me of, was having any kind of violent act against not only any woman, but Lori especially.
Yeah, yeah.
And
I tried, I did everything I could to convince them that was totally off.
And this woman had ratted on me.
She was able to give them her very dramatic or
when they found this all out, they sent her back home.
Oh, did they? I didn't remember that.
They asked her to leave. Yeah.
Yeah, because that was, that's quite an accusation to make against someone.
Yeah, it's very terrifying. It's very terrifying. And you know what it is? Especially, and I hate to say this, if you're a guy, you've got to prove you didn't.
Right.
The onus is on you because you were accused by some woman, and all of a sudden you're there trying to explain yourself out of this thing. And of course, anytime you try to explain yourself out of something like this, it sounds like you're guilty.
Yeah, yeah. And then, and women I know are often taken to task because they'll wait. But there is a very strong fear of not being believed.
Well, I think that has existed for a long time too, but it's to the detriment of guys who are innocent, who didn't do anything.
Yeah, I think it flows both ways.
Yeah,
because who else died? The woman that accused the fellow that was lynched in Mississippi, the one that she accused him and led to his lynching.
What was? The kid who. She before her death, I think, said that it never happened.
Yeah, she
Yeah,
recanted.
yeah.
Yeah. And I
Emmett
just,
Till. Emmett Till is who you're
that's
thinking
it.
of. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I get him confused with Medgar Evers, but whole different
Okay.
situation.
Hey, listen,
And
we're running out of time here for this segment. Can you stick around and maybe we'll do another one, which will be on next week? You
sure,
got some
sure
time because
enough, I'm having a blast.
there's so much
I,
things we got to talk about here, and so on and so
yeah,
forth.
current, past, in
Ladies
the
and
future.
gentlemen, we're getting the team back together again because, well, I'll explain it next time. Ladies and gentlemen, her name is Lori Thompson. Thank you, Lori.
My pleasure.
Now in its 10th year, this is GabNet. Talk like you've never heard it before.
Yes, yes, yes. Thank you very much, Lori. Let me turn on the lights here. There we go. Now you can, well, you could see me before, but you can see me better now. Don't I look lovely? Kind of getting a goatee here finally. Anyway, that's Lori Thompson. The reason we ran that was the first one we ever did with her here on GabNet on the Ramble. And that was several years ago, actually, now. And the reason I ran it tonight was because I wanted to have something on with her, and I will continue to do so. She's going through chemotherapy and radiation all at once. I mean, that's got to be just. And she said that today her voice was hurting. It hurt her to talk. And she couldn't do it. We were gonna do it today, and she was so looking forward to it too, because she said it makes me feel good to do the show, and I want to keep doing it. And she was so, she wrote, "Sorry, I can't do it. My throat's killing me, and whatever." And I wrote her back, and I said, "Don't be sorry about anything. That's ridiculous. You're not well. You're taking cancer treatments." And, one day we're going to find out that the cancer treatments we're doing today with the radiation and the chemotherapy and all that were just lousy medicine, okay? But it's the only medicine we've got right now. And it's the only solutions they come to. Now, in my case, with the prostate, they didn't cut anything out. My guys had a whole different plan. They gave me radiation, which didn't do anything much. I mean, I think maybe by the fifth treatment, I was feeling a little tired or something like that. But basically, I was feeling fine. And then they gave me the seeds, which caused no problem at all for me, I just had a lot of radiation on me. I couldn't. They said, don't have children sit on your lap, and don't get too close to pregnant women. That's what they said. It was actually what they told me. So anyway, I know what she's going through. I don't know the chemotherapy part of it because I didn't have chemotherapy. And, this is Florida medicine. If she were up here, they might be doing something else altogether, okay, and a whole different regimentation. But as it is, she's not feeling well. It's not an easy thing, the chemotherapy, and the radiation is less the problem than the chemotherapy. And she just said she had a terrible sore throat last week, but she said she wanted to do it and she was going to do it. And then today she said, I just can't. I can't talk, And I just, I love this woman. You can't understand how much I love her. Oh, yes, I love Marjorie more. Yeah, that goes without saying. But even Marjorie knows what I'm saying about her and the fact that I love her so very much and care about her. And I'm keeping my fingers crossed, and I'm saying a prayer for her, and Anyway, hello and welcome. This is the first show of the year, and there are only two people waiting to go on. Well, that shows me, it indicates something to me. I do the Monday show, and I get like 14, 15 people, right? I do the New Year's show, and I get over 1,000 people who listen to it, right? I do this thing, and two people want to call. Hey, Alex, yeah, it's okay. We'll call. Why not? Why shouldn't we call? But anyway, they're good people here, so let's bring them on, and then we can talk about some stuff here that I want to talk about. Let's see here. Oh, Tom Yamaguchi's joining us too. We have Alan and we have Tom Yamaguchi. Hello, Tom. How are you?
Hello.
Yeah, there he is. There he is. Right. Welcome to the first of the year.
Yes, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you too. Did you have a good one?
It wasn't bad.
Did you do anything?
Quiet.
Did you do anything?
Nice and quiet. After celebrating East Coast New Year's Eve, the rest of the evening was pretty quiet.
Yeah, you were on that show.
Yes, I was.
So, and it was a pleasure to have you there.
Thank you.
And Alan, you were there too, right? On the New Year's Eve show.
Yes, and it was a pleasure to have you there.
And Charlie, well, I have to be there. Are you talking? Are you talking to Tom Yamaguchi?
No, I'm talking to you, Alex.
Oh yeah, no, yeah.
I'm
And,
happy that you did this show.
yeah, well, I like doing the show. You know, that group of people I really like, and it was fun to see Mandy and her boyfriend. That was a joy.
That was cute.
Yeah, it was cute.
Oh, I stuck my foot in my mouth the first time. Is that your father with you? She laughed. She thought it was funny.
Actually, she looks much younger than she is. She's in her
Yeah,
she's in her
she-
50s now, you know.
Wow.
And she's she should be very happy that she looks as good as she does, you know.
Absolutely.
And so should he.
Yeah.
By the way, I'm bringing in Brian Neary, but before I do, let me say hello to Charlie Wallace. How you doing, Charlie?
I'm pretty good.
Okay, now I got a question for Brian Neary. Brian Neary for New Year's sent out a picture of himself in a tuxedo.
Yep.
Okay. Now,
Yes.
when was that taken?
When was that taken? It was taken around a week before that.
Oh, really? Okay. I got to tell you, you look like a tuxedo commercial. You know, really. I mean, you look like some handsome guy they had dragged in, put into a tuxedo to make him look better than the tuxedo looks. You know, you look great in that picture, man. I'm jealous.
I know, and yeah.
Next week.
There's some other there's a couple other pictures from that my friend's studio, and there's one he actually put like a paparazzi in the back, and it looked like I didn't want to post that one because I want to look Photoshop the back, you know, but it was pretty funny. No, he's pretty talented.
So he lit you right and everything, right?
Yeah, and then he started I said, don't just tweak my face or anything, and then he tanned me a little bit, and he made me a little bit thinner on a couple of them. And I said, well, actually, you know what? Those will be good because it's good motivation. So I've lost 7 or 8 pounds the last week and a half. So
How much?
about 8 pounds.
About 8
the last
pounds?
week and a half.
During the Christmas season?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes. And actually, really, it's been after New Year's. New Year's is, we're doing the dry January, where we're not drinking. My friends aren't drinking, so we're at the bar drinking mocktail.
That's cute.
I'm drinking enough for both of us.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
my friends are drinking shots next to us, and then that's pretty funny. So so I've been actually doing really good on my weight and really good on my intake and all that
You
stuff.
know what
So-
I was amazed by? I went to my neurologist Tuesday for my once every 6 month meeting with him, which is useless. But anyway, the only thing is he gives me drugs. So, you know, I go in to get my drugs done for my neuropathy. But anyway, when I get in there and I get on the scale, I always turn my back to the readout, okay? Because I don't want to see what I weigh. I really don't, especially on a brutally perfect scale, you know. And I said, don't tell me what my weight is. So she says, okay, I won't tell you what your weight is, and she writes it down somewhere. Blah blah blah. And now they give me the whole readout of what happened at the doctor's office and everything, and I take it home, and I'm looking at it, and it says weight.
Yeah.
and I was 118 with clothes on. 218 with clothes on, which amazed me because I thought I was gotten up to about 235 or something like that. I'm probably 215 pounds. That's fine with me. I'll live with it, you know.
Trying to catch up with me.
Yeah.
I when I start like today, like when I start losing weight and I'm really happy and I'm on a really good roll, I weigh myself too much. I weigh myself at night, so I'll weigh myself tonight because I know I'll burn off at least 1.5 pounds. So if I can see, wow, if I can be as almost the same weight that I woke up at, then I know I'll lose weight tomorrow morning.
I don't do the scale anymore.
I know.
Here's what I used to do. I go to the scale, right? You know, and then I would, before I go to the scale, what would I do? I would take a pee.
Yep.
Okay, right?
Take your clothes off.
Right, and I'd remove my wristwatch.
Yeah.
Like that weighs a lot, right? And then I get on the scale, you know. And then if I gained gained 2 pounds, I'd go crazy. And the fact is, you know, you're gonna fluctuate back and forth between 4 or 5 pounds just based on drinking and so on and so forth. What were you gonna say? Oh, my picture is what's up, not you guys. See?
Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you that when I.
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah, I'm sure you forgot to tell me that. Okay, let me see.
What I said,
I was going to quietly tell you to flip the switch.
We just got back, you know, from
whatever.
and I'm out of it.
so we saw Brian in the tuxedo. Next week is going to be the swimsuit edition.
Yeah, right.
that will be Photoshop for sure.
Yeah.
Unless you see me with a 1-pack. If I have a 1-pack, then that's me.
Yeah. Well, anyway, so, you know, but I've been dealing with a lot of things. I've been dealing with Marjorie's been sick, but Marjorie got a pinched nerve or something. And then her doctor that takes care of that sort of thing is out of town. And I told her to call the doctor's office and have her recommend a doctor that, you know, every time a doctor goes on vacation, they find another doctor who will take care of his patients for him. And I said, just call. And she never did. And so every day it's like, my back's killing me. I can't walk. I can't do that. I go, you don't call the doctor, you know?
And nerves are a different level.
Oh,
you know?
man, I'm telling you.
I'm getting older, so I understand now. But people, you know, when you're young, and then you say, oh, my back hurts, you know, and all that stuff. I said, dude, wait till you start having nerve issues.
Yeah.
Well, I have, of course, a nerve issue with the neuropathy, but it's nothing like, I mean, what she's got is horrible. She's going down, up and down her arms and stuff. And usually she cuts my hair. And you know why I don't look like I need a haircut? Because she can't lift her arms to shave me. So tomorrow I'm going to go down to a barber in the neighborhood and get one of my Harlem quality shaves, you know.
Yeah, keep your little thing on your chin. That looks good. Your little goatee looks good.
No, it looks more like a goatee now, doesn't it?
Yeah, keep that. Keep that.
Anyway, so, you know, she hasn't been feeling well, and I've had to put up with that. And, you know, I don't mind putting up with it. I don't mind taking care of her. She's not feeling well, and I'm the dutiful husband, right? You know, and I hope that when I'm lying in bed with things in my arm and everything, she'll take care of me, you know.
Yeah, because she knows you're so busy. You have such a busy schedule that, you know, you have to take time to take care of her.
Right,
you know?
right. Alex, will you take the dishes out of the dishwasher? I can't because okay, fine, you know, it's hurting you, right? But, you know, I had a pinched nerve once. That's the worst thing you can get.
Yeah, nerves are really bad.
That's like horrible. It's just, anybody here had a pinched nerve? I guess you have, right? You've had one, Charlie. You've had one. Okay, everybody here's had one except
permanently pinched.
Except for Tom Tom Yamaguchi hasn't had a pinched nerve.
Not yet.
Try and go get an EMG. They're all kinds of fun.
Well,
Kevin, you had some really bad issues. Remember? I remember you had something in.
Yeah, still got it.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
you had to have some machine or something put in your back or something.
Yeah,
that's just a spinal cord stimulator.
Getting older.
For my legs.
Well, you know, when I got my pinched nerve, I remember how I got it. I went. It was one morning, and I went, I want to stretch, and the next thing I pinched a nerve. And then I had to fix it and get it taken care of because I was going to the Montreal Comedy Festival, and I went to a therapist, who did massages and things like that, and worked on it, did stim on it, electrical stimulation, and so on. And I was still in great pain, and I went up to Montreal, and I don't remember those 3 days. I really don't. I was on medicine to do away with the pain. And
They have never done an EMG on your legs to verify the neuropathy.
EMG, no.
Yeah, those are brutal. Ask Patrick. I've had them done several times.
No,
and
I
it's
don't
just like,
need.
it's torture.
He's figured that I have a neuropathy, but also in one leg he thinks I have a pinched nerve. Now it's not one that hurts me, but it's one that numbs the leg. But why should we talk about health here? Okay. Because we don't have a good health system. By the way, let me tell you this. Luigi Mascarpone, or whatever his name is,
Mangione.
Yeah.
I'm beginning to agree with his thoughts about life. Because today I got a thing from United Healthcare, who carries my my supplemental, and it's gone from $360 a month to $392 a month. And that's for me.
They saw the raise for Medicare.
There's a raise for Medicare? What?
Or they saw the raise for Social Security.
Yeah, Social Security got
we got a raise for Social Security of about $50.
Yeah.
Yep.
But anyway, this is the United Health.
Yeah, they're just eating that up. So we got no raise.
Yeah. So and then there's two of us, so that's about $800 a month.
Mm-hmm.
Why can we get Luigi out of the
No.
and have him?
No, don't say that.
United Healthcare.
Hey, I can say it now. I can say it now on Facebook. Okay, I can say anything I want to on Facebook.
That's right.
In fact, tomorrow I'm thinking of posting something on Facebook that says Donald Trump 3 years ago was found guilty of raping a baby. And I'm going to see how long it's going to take for Facebook to come back to me and say, you can't prove that. So, anyway.
Good.
By the way, I don't like to talk about Trump much. I don't like to do that. But how can I avoid it? In the last couple of days, this man has hit a level of insanity that
The Gulf of America.
Well,
Oh my God.
that's the least of it. Okay, to begin with.
I'm just glad I don't have to use a passport for Canada anymore.
By the way, do you say I'm going down to the Gulf of Mexico? No, you say I'm going down to the Gulf. What are the states down there called? The Gulf states.
A beautiful name.
It's just Rand McNally calls it, and by the way, Rand McNally ain't changing it. The Gulf of Mexico, and I mean that was insane enough. But
And Marjorie Taylor Greene is actually at this moment drafting legislation to actually change the name to the Gulf of America.
Oh my God. Did you see the meme? Did you see the
She
meme?
should be doing something.
They have Jabba the Hutt at the podium, and it's Trump's voice saying that whole speech.
Well, it'll be great for Canada. He wants Canada to become the 51st state. And that will be great for Canada because now they won't have any health care.
So we get a refund on our passports then?
Right. I mean,
So in NBC News tonight, a friend of mine pointed out, and it is there. I went and looked. Trump is blaming Biden for the fires in Southern California.
Yeah, he is. Yeah. He
didn't give out any rakes or brooms.
No.
Yeah.
No. He says that Newsom didn't approve some water thing. Yeah. And then the news is also reporting that not the Biden campaign is saying there's no such there's no such bill as this
No.
blah 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 water allocation thing.
There never was.
There never was. This guy, yeah.
What was it he said the other day that I couldn't believe it because it was completely erroneous? Well, I'm going. What did he say?
He says it's erroneous.
What did he say the other day that was erroneous? Well, he says a lot of things that are
What
erroneous.
didn't he say?
Yeah, really.
It wasn't
Then the
erroneous.
second thing, Greenland. Okay,
That's the
now,
other one.
The
now
53rd state.
I'm sure the people in Greenland probably would like to get rid of Denmark as their country that owns them, simply because Denmark's done nothing for them over the years. Okay, but do you think the people in Denmark and in Greenland want to be part of the United States?
No.
No. He wants to, if you look at what he wants to take, there's Greenland, which is huge, but there's nothing there. Okay, it's huge. All right. Then you got Canada, so you do away with the line or go erase the line there. And now you got one of the ugliest looking countries you've ever seen in your life. Okay? I mean, he doesn't realize Canada goes all the way up almost to the Arctic. In fact, it does go to the Arctic.
Yes.
Now,
It's in the Arctic Circle.
yeah, only part of Canada, the lower part of Canada, is even usable to any extent. I mean, what is he talking about? And then, when he was asked about, he said he wants to take back the Panama Canal because we should have it, right? Because the Chinese are benefiting from it. And when asked at the press conference, would he use military force to take over the Panama Canal and Greenland, he said, it's not out of the question.
Yeah, not off the table.
Not off the table. So he's
Pulling
gonna,
a Putin.
What do we? No, here's what we've got going here. We've suddenly got a country that is worse than Russia, worse than Israel in their expansionist desires. I mean, he wants to take over so much land that it's ridiculous, And I mean, he can't do it.
It sounds familiar.
Actually, Alex, you know what we really got?
What?
We got a shit show. And I hope that all those people that voted for Trump wanted to get a shit show, because that's what we've got.
Oh, they're going to get it. Yeah.
No,
and,
but
and the thing was, we had a shit show the last time. And I guess for people, it says it wasn't shitty enough. We need another shit show. We need more shit.
No, they have short memories, is what it is.
Yeah.
It's really short
100%,
memories.
Tom.
Huh? What were you going to say? What did you say, Kevin?
I said 100%, Tom.
Mm-hmm.
Agree.
Mm-hmm.
This is how Hitler started out.
This is how Hitler started out.
He did it with the military and went and grabbed different states and stuff, different countries.
But Poland makes a lot more sense than Greenland.
But you know,
Tom.
But to be serious, he's not solving any of these. He's not going to solve any of these homeless things and all this other stuff.
He already said where the groceries are concerned. Well, I don't know if I can do anything about that because that ship has already sailed or whatever. And he promised that was the day one he was going to lower the prices.
Exactly.
And then these guys who drive these Priuses, beat up Priuses with this Trump stickers on them, they voted for him, and they're going to be driving the same stupid Prius 4 years from now. I always say that.
Right.
Well, you know what I was really happy.
The Teslas.
Was a Tesla blowing up next to the Trump hotel. That was the story.
That was clever.
Yeah, but he's for Trump though.
Yeah,
he's
a
a
Trump.
He was a
Hacker guy.
Yeah, he was a Trump.
It's hard to tell. He's not talking.
Yeah. Who?
Well, he left a manifesto.
The guy in the Tesla truck.
He left a manifesto on his phone.
Yeah, he did.
And he said he was. I think he said he was pro-Trump, right?
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
He wanted to inspire this great rising up of people to defend Trump and Musk and JFK, RFK Jr. And it's like, Yeah.
Why didn't you take it to
Got
the
a strange
hotel?
way of doing it.
Well, also, if in Trump land, I think it was yesterday, the appeals court said, you know, yeah, the verdict stands, and we're not going to intervene in that. So now Trump has gone to the Supreme Court. But this isn't a Supreme Court issue, is it? It's a local issue. It happened before he was president, and I'm betting that tomorrow they got to make a decision on this, that the Supreme Court is simply going to say, we're not going to take the case. Because it's not in their purview to take it. And they can't vote and say, hey, you know, he has presidential immunity, because he doesn't under this. This happened years ago, okay? And it had to do with cheating on your taxes and everything else. It didn't have to have anything to do with anything of a federal nature. It's a local case here in New York City. So.
By the way, hi, Steve Fox.
Yeah.
Hi.
Steve.
You were working a lot on KQED. I just like every other day I would hear your voice on the radio. You were working a lot.
Did you work a lot over the holiday season?
I worked quite a bit, yeah. Sorry, I'm just getting over this cold.
Oh.
The 3-week cold, and then it hits you again.
And you got it. And you got it while you were having to do double time over there at KQED.
It was right after. So, but I think that's my body saying, "Stop."
Yeah, you wore out.
Jeez.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, you know, I have to give an opinion about this whole situation with Trump and what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
It's all about attention. You know, he's trying to drum all this attention so the media will be on him all the time. Why else? I mean, to come up with all these...
Yeah, but don't you want to get attention where they say, gee, what a wonderful thing he did today? You know? Or do you want everybody saying, is this guy a moron or what? I mean, this is just sheer stupidity, this stuff. You know?
Or is he saying, look at this shiny thing over here, so I don't have to fix all the problems that I promised?
Well, I can hardly wait till Dr. Oz is running my Medicare.
Dr. Oz.
Yeah.
You know?
You can't put a 6-people panel together to talk about something good.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Well,
because it's whatever he says and then another half hour of analyzing it.
You know, part of me hopes I live for at least 10 more years. Okay, that's, you know, I'd love to. And I would love to do that. But then again, there's part of me that goes, do I really want to be around for this whole 4 years? You know? I mean, wouldn't it just be nice if I didn't have to suffer them? You know, so, who knows?
You'll be around for the next 4 years.
I
said you'll be around for the next 4 years.
What is that, a punishment I'm getting?
No.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
There's always a possibility that the next person will be much better. Could be worse, right?
Well,
even if it's J.D. Vance, it can't be worse than what it's now.
Well, you know, this is going to be a worse Trump than the last one.
Yeah, afraid so.
Because he feels he has a mandate, which he doesn't have really. He said, "I won by millions and millions of votes." No, million and million of vote.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, about 2 million. He also said, what did he say, that you could put Greenland in all of the oceans or something? He has no idea of anything. He's just dumb.
What does it all mean? You know, why Greenland is my question.
You know, why not Puerto Rico? It's a lot easier and closer.
Well, if I'm going to take something, I want something that has some value. Does Greenland really have any real value?
It's got some
They're talking about minerals.
Great place for a golf course.
Minerals?
Volcanoes.
Well, you like what's the lithium?
Yeah,
that's what they're looking for. Lithium.
Well, we can
still.
Are they not selling us lithium? You know,
somebody's got to mine it.
He doesn't own
Yeah, I
it.
don't think anybody's mining it.
Oh,
right
there's
now.
nobody mining the lithium there.
What's in Greenland? Who wants to go up and work in Greenland?
Somebody that likes the cold.
I knew when I was in the military, I knew guys who were sent to be stationed in Greenland, and it was like they were being sentenced to hell.
Yeah, they were being punished. So would you piss off?
Now, what I never got, will you please? I saw a picture today of Iceland, and it's nothing but snow from one end of Iceland to the other. Okay,
Greenland.
Greenland, rather. Greenland. Yeah. Meanwhile, there's
Iceland is pretty nice.
Iceland. No, wait a minute. Iceland, you think is going to have a lot of ice, and it's all green.
Yes.
Why isn't it called Greenland, and why isn't Greenland called Iceland?
They did it on purpose.
I
So
used
that
to ask that in geography class.
Greenland, so they called it green like it was a wonderful paradise. And Iceland did not want foreigners coming to Iceland, so they called it Iceland so people would stay away.
Is that true?
That's the rumor I heard.
Wow. Because I hear Iceland's wonderful. I was thinking of taking a vacation there.
Videos all the time about Iceland.
Sweden's gorgeous. I love Sweden.
Sweden? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's up in that area.
Yeah. I've been to
talked about Norway.
I've been to Norway.
Yeah.
And it's just nothing but ice during the winter. I mean, it's just, we went to the Lillehammer and it was just, nothing but snow. Nothing but snow. But beautiful. I mean, but really nice. And the reindeer, delicious.
Sweden, we had reindeer. Yeah.
My reindeer burger had like a round kind of bulb in it, glowing. Red.
You got the butthole.
I got the butthole. Anyway, so I was watching the Golden Globes.
Why?
I saw the Demi Moore.
Why?
I saw the Demi Moore movie, and it's an interesting film, but it's actually 3/4 of an interesting film, and then it just loses it. It kind of goes off the deep end. And she's good, and she's naked through about 3/4 of it.
All right.
What's the movie called?
It's called. I'm trying to remember the name of it now. What is it called? It's called. It was on the. Oh God, now I can't remember. Let me.
It's okay, Demi Moore, no problem. I got it written down.
You got it?
Yeah. Yeah, I'll Google it. We'll find it.
Are you?
I'll talk about it on Monday.
So you watched just to see if she would get an award?
No, I watched it because I heard it was a good film.
You said the Golden Globes, you mean?
But you could have watched the film instead and
so the Golden Globes.
Not bothered with the award show.
The film is called The Substance.
Yeah.
And it's about this woman who's growing old, and she's in television, and she is offered this substance which will do something to make her younger.
Oh boy.
Yeah, oh boy.
It was AI.
And so, as it happens in the film, I won't tell you what happens, but she's naked for about 3/4 of the goddamn thing.
That's terrible.
I'm sold.
I mean, she's still got a great body, or
I want to go see it now.
Artificially created body, but I mean, she has a great body, and it's a so-so film. She won the Academy Award for this.
The Golden Globe.
I mean, the Golden Globes. What am I? I'm losing my mind. The Golden Globes. She won the Golden Globe for it, and I'm going. There were better performances than that this year. Even the woman in the film called Honora was really terrific. I just couldn't see why. Why Demi Moore won. So. Now there are 200 people at the foreign correspondents that vote for the thing. Used to be only 97, and they work part-time as waiters in Hollywood.
Right.
The Oscars you can complain about, but at least 10,000 people vote for the Oscars. So it's a little, it's a little better. But anyway, the fact that movie won. Then I saw a movie that did win in the Golden Globes. That's for Best Animated Film, called Flow, which is an animated film about a cat who gets caught up in a world devastating flood, and how the cat survives it and survives it with other animals. And in the end, it's about getting along to help yourselves. It's a very socialistic picture. But
did the cat win a Golden Globe too?
Yeah, right. No, but it's a good film if you ever get to see it.
Is it animated?
Yeah,
the whole thing's animated.
Yeah, it's animated. It maybe I think it was CGI animated. But, because nobody hand animates anymore. In fact, hand animation in many ways isn't as good as computer animation has become.
My daughter had to do one for her class.
Yeah, there's a new Wallace and Gromit movie coming out.
Yeah, that's they use puppets.
No, they use claymation, as they call it.
Yeah.
They do it's stop motion.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That takes forever.
It does. It does take forever.
And you know something? If they did Wallace and Gromit without doing it that way, and they did it using computers, nobody would know the difference. That's the point.
Well, you asked what's his name, Park, when you interviewed him, why he doesn't do it, with computer graphics. He says, I just love to play. I love manipulating and I love the tactile experience. Yeah, they're really into
I remember him now as a very sweet guy.
That's a good interview.
Yeah.
And accepting the Golden Globe is the cat. Everybody, I'd like to thank everybody for a great movie. Okay.
Yeah, cat looks pissed.
He's ran away.
No, this is a black cat. This one, it's a black cat.
I was telling you on Saturday that my daughter did an Instagram for 15 seconds. I sent it to you, and the thing went viral. It was a cat. Her cat.
Yes, her three-legged cat.
Three-legged cat. Yeah, and she did this video about her boyfriend, one eye, and some beads, and then her eye with some beads, and then they show a picture of the cat, and then they show a picture of a little bracelet, and they all have the same bracelet, and that's how it ends. And it went viral. It's just like 3 million hits or something.
Oh my God.
Yeah, 3 million hits. This show gets 3. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh God.
It was a freaking three-legged cat.
Should we all vote for you? I see the SAG awards are coming up again.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're coming up again. Yeah.
We can all vote for you, right?
Vote for me?
No.
What do you mean vote for me?
He didn't
Nominated first.
You were
He's one of the people voting.
You're thinking about the Broadcast Hall of Fame.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
You're already in it, right?
Yeah.
No.
I thought you were.
Oh no, I was
the Bay
nominated.
Area.
I was
The Bay
nominated,
Area.
and a team down in Philadelphia, who you've never heard of and never will hear of, got put in the Hall of Fame. What didn't I do right? Okay, that's what I want to know.
They'll put you in when you die. Can we accept it for you? Can we accept it for you?
Yeah, sure. Oh yeah, I'll die, and they'll give it to me.
Yeah, we're gonna go up there and accept it for you, and we're just gonna say fuck you guys.
Well, they don't have people. They don't have people vote for them anymore. I think that now it's basically the people in the
I thought
Broadcast
last
Hall
year
of Fame.
we voted for you or whoever we wanted.
Yeah, but that was a voting thing.
Right.
They've changed it now, and it's not a voting thing.
Yeah,
so there's a good chance I will get it when I die.
Yeah.
And by the way, will you guys do something for me? I don't know.
Yeah.
As soon as you hear that, if I'm gone, long gone, and they put me in the Hall of Fame, in absentia or whatever, and they want to put me in the Hall of Fame, would you please call them and tell them I don't want to? That don't do it. Alex said he doesn't want to be in the Hall of Fame posthumously. He would have liked to have been in the Hall of Fame when he could enjoy it.
So basically, tell them fuck off.
Yeah.
Basically.
Basically. Just all of you get together.
Right. I'll do it.
Say,
I'll do it.
I have a message. It was Alex Bennett's deathbed wish that if you ever tried to give it to him posthumously, you should go to
Turn
hell.
it down.
You should go to
Turn it
hell.
down.
Tell them that. They should go to hell. Should go fuck themselves.
Right.
There you go.
Okay. Go fuck yourselves.
You
I
what?
got it.
You give it to
I got
Howard
it.
Howard Stern before you give it to me? Are you out of your mind?
Exactly.
But so anyway, we've had all this news happening, and it's crazy. It's just nuts. And by the way, be all happy to know that Tesla has lost a lot of money. They had a bad year, so it went down 24%, something like that, 25%. And I think it has to do with him getting political. I think Elon Musk is making a big mistake for his Tesla people because I don't know about you. I've been in a Tesla, and it's a fine little car. Wouldn't you agree? You're the car guy, Brian.
My Cadillac Lyric that is all electric is 10 times better.
Really?
Yeah, it's more durable. It's a solid car. When I've driven Teslas before, they're very, very shaky.
Okay, now so the Lyric, which is what it's called, what is that?
I thought of Brian the other day when I was coming back from LA.
Oh yeah, charging stations. Yeah.
Yep. Though only they were completely full, and I couldn't even get to the gas station.
What happened? What happened? What kind of mileage do you get out of those batteries in the Cadillac?
That one fully charged is 325 miles for the charge. Yeah, full charge.
When are they going to get these things up to like 500? Then I'd think they were usable.
Yeah, they had a rumor that a couple of my friends worked there, and there's a rumor that they were coming out with some big battery thingy, and that never happened. So
that's the one they were supposed to develop in Nevada.
Weren't the original Teslas just a bunch of AA batteries glued together?
Pretty much.
Because I remember seeing a picture of them, and it all looked like little, and I think they're the same, but I don't know.
What is it, AAA?
I drive by Tesla every day and the plant every day, and there's just truckloads of they're build them like crazy. Truckload. They have those big semis, even with all the cyber trucks all over, and just
Here's the
going
batteries
away
they use in Tesla.
Just drive by Gilroy at 101
And
and
for them,
leave.
and you can get some free used batteries.
Those are actual ones?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They do look like AA batteries.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
That's because they are AA batteries. Probably, I don't know.
Anyway, where is Jeff? Jeff, are you there?
Well, he's been gone for 2 weeks. He probably,
Huh?
Maybe he's still trying to figure out how to mute his browser.
No, he is muted right now. Oh, I see.
Well, his microphone's muted on Zoom, but maybe his browser isn't muted.
Well, I'm going to get rid of him because he's just sitting there doing nothing.
He's unmuted.
He's talking.
He's unmuted.
Say hi,
got a voice.
Are you
There
there,
you go.
Jeff?
Yeah,
Well,
there he is.
we don't have your picture.
I know. I don't know why my picture's not there, but at least it got some voice and I can hear what
Camera
you're
and push a
saying.
button.
Yeah, but you see your video. You should turn on your video. Your video isn't on.
Hey, look, we got him to turn the browser off. That took 3 years. Now, don't.
Yeah. Otherwise, we'd be getting an echo.
Work on it next one. So here's my name here, but
Yeah, but you probably, if you look over where it says video on the bottom, it says video,
where's that?
all the way over on the bottom, next to audio and video, right?
Left-hand corner.
Left hand.
Bottom.
And it should have, there's a picture there.
Oh, we got okay. We've got something.
And now it says video. You see where it says video? Hello?
I'm looking for it.
Yeah, he's looking for it.
Hmm.
Bottom left corner.
While he's doing.
Oh, he clicked on.
There? Nope.
Let me see here. Here comes Ray, I think. If it isn't, I will get rid of them fast. Let me do this here just for a moment. And just to make sure that, there we go. There's Ray Renati.
Hey.
Yeah.
And then there's somebody called Joy Nelson who entered the waiting room. Let's see here. I'm going to again put me back on. And I'm going to admit this person and see if they're an actual person. Okay, connecting to audio. Hello, are you there, Joy?
I'm here somewhere. Hold on. Here we go.
Okay, all right. Now you want to turn on your picture. Oh, there you are. Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, Happy New Year.
yes, of course. We've seen you before. Why didn't I recognize the name? I don't know. You know. And I will get rid of them.
Oh, wait,
fast.
hold
Let me
on.
do
Yeah,
here just for a
stupid.
moment.
Hold on.
Oh, yeah.
There we
Mute
go.
your browser.
I just did.
Okay. And we don't have any picture on Jeff Stein, but that's because he probably has his video turned off because the name goes up when you're
We know what he looks like.
we know what he looks like, right?
I'm so
Anyway.
handsome.
Anyway, so Ray, how was your vacation?
Oh, it was good. It was good. You know, there was the Christmas and the New Year's. I got a barbecue.
You got,
Ooh,
Barbecue.
gotta come over.
you know, that's
Good.
not a Christmas gift.
I know. Yeah. I agree. You give a woman a pan or something.
I did it for her birthday.
He
Well,
lit his barbecue for the first time the other day in Southern California.
Oh no.
I got in trouble one year because the kids loved shaved ice. So I got Tiffany one of the shaved ice thingies when we first started dating, you know, for the kids. And then I got in trouble
Well,
because
the
I gave her
only
like a
reason why
cookie.
I got Marjorie this pan or this whatever, I can't even remember what it was now, was because she loved cooking. And so I thought I'd get her something she could really use, you know. And I'm not good at buying gifts like that anyway, you know. What do I know about gifts for a woman? Okay? Yeah, right, Joy? Guys don't know how to buy for a woman.
Like you don't buy somebody a vacuum cleaner for their birthday.
No.
It's practical.
Well, I wasn't going to buy her a vacuum cleaner, okay?
I don't know.
Bought her a
Unless she
pan.
likes, unless she
Same
likes,
difference.
if she likes cleaning, then we give her a vacuum cleaner.
I love vacuum cleaners. I don't want it for my birthday though.
I think if you buy a woman diamonds, you can.
No, but
never
I
go
would
wrong.
think that for,
No,
a gift,
I got it.
for a gift, you want a toy, right?
Yeah,
Y-
something impractical.
Yeah. Well,
You know?
I don't know how to buy for a woman. Marjorie said, why don't I just give you the money, and you can go buy what you want? And she says, but that's not being gift
Thoughtful.
giving. Okay.
That's not thoughtful.
And I go, it's not thoughtful. And I said, well, I agree it's not thoughtful, but what if I buy you something and you don't like it? She says, I can always take it back. I said, why don't I just give you the money ahead of time, and then that's not going to happen? Am I wrong,
not
Joy? Or
romantic, Alec.
Should I just...
You're just not being romantic. That's not romantic.
What's
My
something
wife,
kinda
my wife
weird
told me
is
one time, just get me a vacuum cleaner, and I said, "Oh, that's a trap.
Yeah.
That's a big trap."
I'll
Well,
tell
you know
what,
what else I got? I got a new fluorescent light fixture.
Ooh,
What?
That's what I
Cool.
got. A fluorescent light fixture and a barbecue grill.
cool white or warm white?
I don't even know. I haven't
Good
opened the
question.
box.
did you
How many
ask? Did you
Kelvins?
ask for that? Did you say
No.
for Christmas I would like a fluorescent light?
yet. No.
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 What would you have rather have gotten?
A
LED.
camera or a toy, like you say,
Yeah,
like
toy.
a camera
Guys
something.
want toys.
A new
okay?
microphone.
I don't
Makes
even
you think
want.
women don't.
Y-
It's like, we buy practical stuff. I mean, in general, as people, all year round. Birthday kind of, or a holiday, you kind of splurge on something you wouldn't ordinarily get,
Yeah.
Taco Bell.
I don't complain though.
What about a blowjob?
A blowjob, yeah.
Gotta buy it.
Well, that's out of the
I thought
question.
that's always a good gift.
I don't know if it's good woman's gift though.
No.
No, but it's something.
I don't think Marjorie would appreciate that.
Well, what have you? I'm sorry.
What have we?
I finally when I come back from vacation like we just had, I have to readjust everything. It's just I finally just got the picture right, so that
Hey
everybody.
Ray, are you working? Are you doing acting?
Well, I was. That's why I wasn't here for quite a while.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. But now I'm not again.
You're not
That's
again.
the life of an actor.
That's the life of an actor. Right.
Yep. It's been my life.
Well, every time you're finished
I'm
with
an old man now, and that's been my life.
No, every time you're finished with a project, I mean, what's his name? Who did
Patrick Stewart.
Patrick Stewart. You remember the story, don't you?
Yes, I know the
Patrick
story.
Stewart. Here's a guy. How popular has Patrick Stewart been? How employable has Patrick Stewart been? And
I talked to him for 10 minutes once. Sorry.
I talked to him for an hour. And one of the things I said to him was, well, next time you're in town, please come back. And he said, well, if I still am working. He said, and I said, you don't think you're going to work again? He said, you never know. And I went, that's show business, Hey,
I have friends in LA who do stuff on TV, and I look at their IMDb once in a while. And, they'll get a show in 2018, and then maybe one episode in 2019, and then 3 episodes in 2022. And then in between, they've done a few commercials. That's it,
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
And then, they make maybe 80, 100 grand a year. That's the life.
That's depressing, but anyway.
I mean, that's the life of if you want to know like a typical actor who makes their living at acting, that's what it is.
Joy, what did you do for the holiday season? Anything interesting? You gave somebody like a vacuum cleaner or something?
No, I worked and over New Year's Eve, and it's the first time I've done anything on New Year's Eve in God knows how long. A couple of my neighbors and I got together, and we had margaritas. Woo!
What do you mean you worked over New Year's Eve?
I worked not over New Year's Eve, but Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, and I'm running a website, so it doesn't sleep.
Yeah, yeah. I let mine sleep, and then I come back to it after 2 weeks, and it's really time to wake it up again. So.
Well, I didn't have to. It's just that the workload would have accumulated so much it wasn't worth taking the time off. It would be punishing the next day. So it's
Do you ever have some process? You have some process in running a website that you do, and then you don't do it for about 6 months because you don't need to do that particular thing, and then you go back and do it, and you can't remember how to do it.
Oh God.
It takes me a minute sometimes, and it's like
really, it takes me a year.
Me too.
Yeah.
I have my website, and I'm gonna have to just switch it over to something easier than WordPress because I can't remember how to do anything.
WordPress is a pain in the butt.
Yeah, I mean I had it down, but now I'll forget it.
Yeah,
I'm sick
have
of
a
it because
great-
I don't
you don't do
remember
it.
any of it. Yeah, you forget.
Well, I have a great thing I use, and I'm trying to remember the name of it now.
Oh, the Microsoft one.
No,
Front
I
page?
use Quick and Easy Web Builder.
Oh,
Quick and Easy Web Builder. It's really very good. I've been using it for years now, and it's very robust. And
I was thinking of doing it for my condo community only because we've switched management companies and lost access to the site. And I figured I haven't worked in WordPress in a couple of years more. Probably about 7 years now that I think
a
about it.
lot of people use WordPress.
I worked in it for
Well,
close
what
to
do you
a
use
decade.
for your website?
I'm on an e-commerce site, so I have an e-commerce platform.
Oh, okay. All right.
So it's different, and it's not even a CMS e-commerce platform. So it's proprietary to this particular platform.
Yeah.
But I've built e-commerce sites that work on a CMS like WordPress type content management system. And I was thinking, just to because I haven't done it in so long, because we almost lost access to our website, which has all the condo docs and everything that we need legally have to have it. So I figured maybe I could do it in a weekend. We'll see.
Steve Fox, you just use what for
WordPress. I actually have WordPress on my site.
Yeah. And the audio that goes through what?
Gosh, that goes through everything. I actually have it bouncing off into it's going into a cloud and then out to all the different audios.
Hey, but you pay somebody so you can use music, right? Right. And how is that? How much does that cost you a year?
It's quite a bit. About $2,400 a year.
Wow. Oh my God.
Do you have like an internet radio station or something?
Yeah. So you can go to Gabnet, and I have it up in the corner.
Okay.
Steve Fox is old school.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I have it up there.
Good music, good oldies.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And Alex is actually at the top of the hour every hour.
Oh yeah, I did a station break for you.
Yeah,
really.
I don't know
You're
why
the top of the hour guy.
I don't know why I did it when you have a better voice than I do.
Oh, right. Come on. Got to keep you alive. I mean, on the radio. So
but I've never had a great voice. I mean, for announcing.
I'll go back to your KMEL and the Quake. Your voice was totally different back then.
Was it really?
Oh yeah.
Does it sound older now or what?
No. You're more relaxed, more. But back then you had this announcerish type of delivery.
Oh right.
I mean, you were Alex, but you were totally different. Tom seems the same.
Yeah, I'd say the voice is definitely different. Definitely different.
Doesn't the microphone have a lot to do with that?
It's a microphone.
Yeah, it has a lot to do with it.
No.
Well, Alex, you just had that crisper sort of more announcery delivery. I mean, it wasn't overdone at all. It was just a little bit more than you have now.
Oh, okay. But I don't sound old.
No.
You sound pretty much like you did on WPLJ.
Oh, okay. When I start sounding old, let me know, will you please? Tell me, have a little dignity, give up, that kind of deal.
I would say back then you maybe just talked. Your pace was just a little faster, and your diction was a little bit more. But you do not sound old now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
I just sound sloppy, is what you're saying. So.
No, not sloppy, just more relaxed, I would say. Yeah.
Tom goes back a long way with me,
Well, just San Francisco.
Yeah. Well, San Francisco's enough.
Joy remembers WPLJ, right?
Yeah, she's the longest.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Tony Magno. He was listening to you then.
Yeah, who?
What's up?
Yeah.
Tony Magno was listening to you back on the early days in New York.
Right. Anyway, hey, listen, there's the theme, everybody. I want to thank you all for joining me for this first show of the year. Thanks to, of course, Alan for joining us as always, and Charlie Wallace and Tom Yamaguchi. Great having you here. I love having you on the program. Brian Neary, that's another story altogether. You're just too good looking. But really, that looked like an ad for the tuxedo. It really did. It just
my friend wanted to do that for me so long. So.
Yeah. Well, he did a good job of it. Kevin, great seeing you. And did you have a good vacation? You went down to see your daughter play trombone.
Great game.
Saxophone. Was she?
It sucked, but
Great game.
the band never loses. Saxophone
in the Oregon band.
Yeah,
marched
down where it's burning right now is where we were.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah.
Well, you got out of town before they found out you lit the match. Anyway, Steve Fox, thank you so much. Jeff Stein, I think you're still there.
I am.
Okay, thank you for being here. Ray,
Thank
I
you for
appreciate it.
starting.
Enjoy. Next time, call a little earlier, will you? We can talk some more than
I
we
I
have.
will. I just have the
happened to
flu.
catch
So.
it.
You just happened to catch it. Oh, I forgot.
I went on YouTube and I saw the notification. It's like, oh my goodness.
Anyway, everybody, thank you so much for doing this tonight. And would you please wave goodbye, and I'll wave goodbye for you. And thank you for being here this evening. There they go, ladies and gentlemen. That's our citizen panel. We'll have another one getting together again tomorrow night, same time, same station in life. In the meantime, as always, stay tuned for Amy Manuel in the intersection, and I'll see you again tomorrow night. Same time, same station in life. In the meantime, as always, if you see her, tell her I love her, okay? Good night, everybody.